Welcome to Refuse to Lose. My name is Joe Jordan. I'm your host today. Today, we're going to dig into the NBA once again and talk about this Nets versus 76ers trade. I apologize, I'm late addressing the subject, but you got to understand the Super Bowl was up and we was talking about football all last week. So now we're going to address these trades. Yesterday, we addressed Sacramento, Indiana. Now we want to talk about the biggest trade in Nets and the 76ers. Now, who do I think won this trade? The Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets won this trade. Now, I do think, let me re-say this. Both of them won the trade, but the Nets won more. All right? I'm going to choose the Nets. But let's talk about both of them. So, like I said, both teams won. They both got what they wanted. The 76ers, they finally got something Joel Embiid never had since he's been in the NBA. He has a playmaker that can score on his own, a playmaker that can shoot the three. He has that now, which is called James Harden. We all saw James Harden when Brooklyn. He did the same thing he did in Houston, got out of shape, half played, didn't put energy in the last few games he played. He had a 4-point game, and he basically just lazy his way out of the Nets. And now he's with the 76ers. So he's motivated. I think he'll play better than what he did with the Nets and everything. I think it's a good fit. All right. We all talk about, I heard, and I appreciate everybody talking about the pick and roll with Joel Embiid. They could be unstoppable in the pick and roll because they could pick and roll, pick and pop. And then whoever has the ball between him and James Harden, they both can make a play. All right. And then you got James Harden, who's a terrific playmaker, and you surround him with some shooters. You got people like Tobias Harris, who's shooting 35% from three. You got Maxey, who's shooting 39% from three. You got people like Danny Green shooting 38% from three. I think Joel is shooting like 36% from three. But that's pretty good. I know Thibault, he's going to play a lot of minutes. He's shooting only like 28%. He's not really a great three-point shooting and everything. But here's the thing with the 76ers. My only issue is this. Joel Embiid is not Capella. Joel Embiid is not Capella. People keep talking about this pick and roll situation. Joel Embiid is more of a Shaq. Now, Shaq and Kobe, they did run a pick and roll, but their bread and butter was give the ball to Shaq down the post. That was their bread and butter. Do y'all know that Joel Embiid, while being an MVP candidate this year, he probably leading the race right now, he leads the league in usage rate. He leads it because he's better with the ball in his hands, making a play on his own. He's better one-on-one with the ball in his hands, back to the basket, triple threat, top of the key, mid-post. No matter where you give it to him, he can make plays on his own. And with James Harden being a ball-dominant player, I'm wondering how that's going to work. I just hope James Harden don't mess up their rhythm. Now, we did win this James Harden, bring in Westbrook, who also led the league in usage rate, and he actually shared the ball. He actually was unselfish. So it can happen. And it will happen. I believe it will happen. But it won't be as fluent as the Nets. I think the Nets, they won. Let me tell you why. Seth Curry is shooting 40% from three. This is his career low, but he's shooting 40% from three. It will get better, right? Seth Curry can create his own shot. He's a great team defender. Not saying he's the best one-on-one defender, but you can throw him in your team defense rotation. He'll look nice. You got Andre Drummond, who fills in a hole in the Nets' problems, which is offensive rebounding, defensive rebounding. And Andre Drummond's averaging 9 rebounds a game and 18 minutes a game. He's going to get 4-time minutes now. So that double that or 15. I can see Andre Drummond getting about 15 rebounds a game. He's playing around 30, 32, 33 minutes a game. I can see him getting around 15, 14 rebounds a game back when he was in Detroit. And that's exactly what they need. Andre Drummond out there giving them second chance points. Man, that's a huge pickup, right? I didn't even mention Millsap. My apologies, Millsap. All right, for the 76ers. And then you got Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons, right? Here's the great thing about Ben Simmons' situation. I think he's in shape. He stayed in shape. Now, of course, basketball shape-wise, game time shape, that's going to take some games, right? But He said he was in the gym every single day. He said he got some mental issues going on right now, right? I'm not going to dig into that, all right? But he did say that he was in the gym every single day, so he's in kind of a shape, and I think he's ready. He just didn't want to play for Philly, in my opinion. I just think he just didn't want to play for Philly. Now he's with the Nets. He's out in the public. He's talking to the media. He looks happy. I'm excited for him. All right, Ben Simmons could beat him. He's not going to be pressured to shoot. He could play defense, rebound, play make. Play defense 1 through 5. He will set the tone defense also. Great thing about Ben Simmons was he's better than James Harden. Both of them are good playmakers, but Ben Simmons is great in a transition, better than James Harden. So imagine that Ben Simmons in a transition with KD, Seth Curry, Patty Mills, Kyrie Irving. You got all these shooters surrounding him on a transition. All right. Ben Simmons said this reminded him when he played with Bellinelli, JJ Redick. He played with these guys, right? When it was that year when they played Miami in the first round. When it was Ben Simmons and shooters around. That's when Joel Embiid got hurt. Ben Simmons and shooters around. All right. And they were successful. They actually went on I think a 17-game winning streak. Joel Embiid was part of that winning streak, but on the back end, he got hurt. So a lot of that winning streak came with just Ben Simmons being a star. So Ben Simmons is gonna look great with the Nets, y'all. I mean, this is a great move for both teams, but I feel the Nets more. I feel the Nets more. Now look, James Harden, the pressure just rose up. Think about this. James Harden played with. Okay, let's start. He played with KD and Westbrook and OKC. He stunk it up in the finals. Remember that. He stunk it up in the finals. He played with Chris Paul. Chris Paul gets hurt. They up 3-2. He drops the ball, lose 2 straight. He had a playoff record turnovers in Game 7. He played with Westbrook. He had a great Game 1, and then I don't know. He just folded in the rest of the series. But nobody expected him to beat the Lakers. I'm not going to beat him up on that. Then he played with KD and Kyrie, and he got hurt in the playoffs. KD had to basically carry them in the playoffs, and they lost. So now you with Joel Embiid. You playing with all these superstars, man. You have to get it done this year, James Harden. You have to. If not this year, definitely next year. But most likely you gotta get it done this year, which I don't think is gonna happen. I don't think they don't get it done. But he has to get it done because he's bouncing around. He's playing with these superstars. And at the end of the day, if he don't get it done, he's going to be the reason why they don't get it done, not Joel Embiid. Even though Joel Embiid had his moments in playoff success also, right? Never making it to the Eastern Conference Finals. All right? So, now, sorry, I think the Kawhi year, they went to the Eastern Conference Finals, either them or the Bucks. I'm not sure. All right, so look. Now, who else got pressure that people need to talk about more? You know who else got pressure that we need to talk about? Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers has pressure. I saw a report that they're trying to get Mike D'Antoni next year. But Doc Rivers has pressure. This is another good team he has in his hands, and he has to make it work. Because his claim of fame is that Boston Celtics team, which was by far the best team in the NBA. But ever since then, Doc Rivers has been falling short. Ever since then. He can say, he gave up the most 3-1 leads in playoff history as a coach. Now he had the epic meltdown last year. Where you could blame Ben Simmons all you want. That's the coaching. The fact that they lost to the Atlanta Hawks in a 7-game series. So Doc Rivers has pressure on his behind. So we will see what happens. Because all I know is KD and Kyrie are motivated on how James Harden exit the building. And on the other hand, Joel Embiid is motivated on how Ben Simmons exit the building. And then on the other hand, Ben Simmons is motivated because he wants to prove Philly wrong. And James Harden, I don't know what his motives are, to tell you the truth. But it's going to be interesting, guys. Imagine them playing in the playoffs in a 7-game series. It's going to be crazy. I don't think I've ever seen a situation when 2 teams made a trade with 2 players that had issues with their current teams in the same division, not the same conference, in the same division, y'all. And if they and then they meet in the playoffs the same year, I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's gonna be bad blood right there, and I'm excited to see that. So The Nets won this trade, not the 76ers. Well, they both won this trade, but the Nets have a bigger reward, I believe. I have the Nets winning this year I got them as a favorite. I think they're even better right now with the Ben Simmons, Steph Curry now. So we'll see what happens. So that's all I have for you guys today. And then guess what, guys? We'll see y'all at the next episode. Thank you for staying to the end. We really appreciate that. If you are listening to this on you or watching this on YouTube, we would like for you to like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and hit the notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening to this on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, etc., we would like for you to follow us on those platforms. Also hit the notification button so you can be notified when we're out. And last but not least, no matter what platform you're listening to or you're watching it on, share it with someone you know, and they could be part of the movement also. So thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you guys next time.